Everyone, I'm going to start a new playlist for the Python. Basically, this is for very basics and for the very beginner, like who don't know about coding and all. So this video or this playlist is going to be for those persons, those who don't know anything about coding, why it is important, and if someone wants to start their career in the coding. So these videos, these playlists that I will make is going to be very much helpful for all for those persons. So first, I will give you a small introduction about what is Python, what is the use of it. So basically, whenever we want to talk with the computers or with the like the machine, we can't directly talk with them because they knows only binary language that is called machine code. That is 0 and 1. So 0 and 1 means like all of the things is made in the hardware. So like they only knows two options, that is on or off. So if I'll give you one example of a bulb, so bulb knows only on and off. So that's the same thing our computer knows, that is 0 or 1. 0 means off, 1 means on. So that's why we need to do coding. So coding, like any programming language, we are going to do Python today. So coding, I mean like you will write some code in Python. Python will convert it into binary code, that is 0 and 1, that we can say computer understandable format, and after that our computer can give us the result. So if you will see the flow here, first we will write the code. Any programming language you can choose. We are going to use Python. That will convert into machine code, and then machine code can give us executable code. So that is a compiled language flowchart. So yeah, so in simple words, in a layman, we can say Python works as a translator. That is not the correct definition of a Python, but we can say that it is a translator. So let's start with the very basics. We are going to do some basics of the Python. There will be some sections, around 10 to 20 sections we will make. So 10 sections like for the basics Python. In that we will cover loops, data structures, object-oriented programming, and then from 11th till the 20th section, the things is going to be like little bit advanced. So let me open my Visual Studio where we are going to do the coding. So if you will see, I have made one folder here. If you don't know how to install a Visual Studio, for that I will make another video like how to install and all. Otherwise, you can use some online compilers as well. So if you will see, I have one folder of YouTube. In that I will create a new file, that is first.py. Why I am giving py? Py is the extension of a Python file. So you can see that uh, py file is created here. So the very first thing, if you are a programmer and you are a new programmer, with the very first thing you need to do, that is print something. So for that I will tell you each and everything what is the mean of it. Don't worry about that. So I'm just giving you a demo how Python works. So if you will see, there is one option of a run button. We will click on that button, and in the terminal we will get the output. If it is printing hello, it means our compiler is ready for doing the code. So it's running here and it is printing hello, so it means it's fine. Now I will start with a quick syllabus. So the things you should have to know, like if somebody asks how Python works, so Python converts your language into machine code, and then machine can give us the answer or the whatever the desired result we want. So let's say section 1 we are going to do, that will be Python basics. Okay, so in Python basics, what are the things we are going to cover? So let's first start with how to print the data. I will tell you what is the meaning of these hashtags as well. So how to print the data. So for printing the data, you just have to put simple print and then parentheses. I will tell you what is the meaning of these parentheses as well. Don't worry, I will come to each and everything of it, because I know that you are a very basics, you are the beginner, and still if you have any doubt, just ask me in the comment section. So let's say if I'm putting my name, let's say Thomas, and I will click on run. I will get Thomas here. Let's say I wanted to give here hi Thomas, so it will print hi Thomas. So this is how to print the data. That is the first number I am putting here. Second thing, how to make your code comment. How to make your code comment. Comment, or we can say disable. So if you will see, we have some hashtags here, right? If I will remove those hashtags, so it will show error. It means we can't put the nodes like that. If you will see here, it is showing error. So for putting the nodes, or for making making some nodes in your code, we can put hashtags. That is we call comments in Python. There is two types of comments in Python. The first one will be single line comment. In single line comment, we have to use hashtag for that. We will use hashtag. Okay. And for the multi-line comment, next one is the multi-line comment. Let's say if you have more than one line for putting in the comment, you have a paragraph. So you can use triple quotes in the starting and then your text, then triple quotes in the end. If I'll give you one example, I can put here triple quotes and then I can put triple quotes in the starting as well. If I'll put here triple quotes, so it will put all other thing in comment. Okay. So for now I am removing this. I hope you got this point. Next one is 2.3, not the 2.3, third one. Third one will be variables. So variables are like the containers in Python. Container means, let's say if you have some, like you have some books you wanted to store somewhere, so you can just take a box and you can put all the books over there. Let's say you have some fruits, you can take those fruits and put it in a container or a box. So variables are the same thing. Let's say if you wanted to store some data, so we can use variables for that. I will tell you why it is important to use the variables. We can do the same thing without variables as well, but I will tell you what is the reason that variables is necessary. So let's say if I wanted to print, let's say one of the customer comes to my website and his name is Josh, and I'll put here Josh. So let's say after I will click on run and it will print Josh. Let's say after some time, okay, why it is showing error? Let me check. Okay, for that we will go to Control Shift, select interpreter. If you will use online compiler, you will not go, you will not get those type of errors. Don't worry about that. Okay, let me remove this. Okay, let me click on run again. Let me select the interpreter again. Select the interpreter. We will choose global and then let's click on run. Yeah, our program is working fine, so it is showing choice. Let's say after some time you wanted to print another name. So in that condition, you can't use that JAWS again. So that's why we have to create variables. So for creating the variables, you just have to put name equals to, let's say, Thomas. So whenever you need it, you can use that. So let's say if you have another customer, you can put name 2 equals to John. Okay. So if I'll do here print my name is, and then you can just simply put here name. That's it. So this variable value will become automatically here. That's why variables are most important thing. Okay. So fourth one is the data types. I'm not going in the depth of each topic because if we will continue this series and we will do a lot of practice over there, so there is no need for spend a lot of time on a single thing, because when we will do practice, we will get all of the things automatically. So the data types, first before jumping into the data types, we should have to know What does the mean of a data type? What is the basic definition of a data type? So data type means, like, there is two words you can see, data and types. So data means which have some information, type means which type of information it is. If I'll give you an example, uh, everything is data. Like if I talk about your name, my address, your address, everything is a data. That is information which is giving us. Data is the thing that is giving us some information. So we have three types of data in Python. Basically, we have four types of data in Python. The first one is uh, the very first, that is we called str in Python. You can say string as well, but in Python it is mentioned as str. So the basic definition of a string is, it can be character, it can be number as well. I will tell you how a number can be a string. So the basic definition is, anything is written in quotes will be considered as string. Okay, so let's say if I'll give you an example, we already did some string. Let's say if I'm doing name equals to Raj, so it is a string. If I'll print here type of name, type is a function, don't worry about it. I'll tell you what is the meaning of functions as well in upcoming sessions. So if I'll click on run, you can see here it is showing class str, so it means it's a string. Okay. Second thing we have, that is int. You can say integers as well, or whole numbers as well. Let me correct the spelling of integers. You can say whole numbers. Whole. So it is about the numbers. Let's say I have num1 equals to 5. Let's say if I'll give you an example, let's say you are in grade 5, you can put grade equals to 5 and print I am in, and then you can put grade. And let's say if you wanted to print which type of data it is, you can put type of grade as well. Okay, so if I'll click on run, I'll get those values. My name is Thomas, or that was the output of the previous one. So it is saying I am in 5 and it is class int. Okay, so one thing I just wanted to tell you, you can't add a number with a string. Let's say if you wanted to add, let's say I'm creating a variable result equals to grade plus name. If you will do, you will get one error. So let me click on run. Yeah, you can see we will get one error, unsupported operand type for int and str. Okay, these type of things we are going to handle in future. Don't worry about that. So 4.3 is string. Oh, sorry, string is done. Float means the decimals. Decimals means which are not integers. The numbers will be float. So in Python we called it as float, and in mathematics we called it as decimals. So if I'll give you an example, let's say I have a variable of temperature, so temp equals to 37.8, so that will be a temperature, float. So for these type, for holding these type of values, we will create some variables that will be decimal, the float. If I'll print the type of temp, it will show float. Yeah, it is showing class float, it is float. The fourth and the last type of data type we have, that is boolean. Okay, so that is only true and false, which we will use in upcoming sessions, but not today. True and false. Okay, so let me put this in comment. So this is about the very basics of Python. So today what we did the basics of Python, that is part 1 we can say. I don't want to make this video very longer, so that's why I'm stopping here. There is 2 to 3 more topics for this section we will do in the next video. Okay, thank you, bye bye.